Hey, how are you? I'm hoping that you'll come in and join me. It's been a long, long time. All right, let's see here if we can't get this going. All right, so today I thought it's been so long. I thought let's make a wreath. So we're gonna make a Deco mesh wreath. I haven't made a Deco mesh wreath in I don't know how long. So I think, let's see here. Let me see if I can get some comments up because I see a couple of y'all here. Hey, Barbara. All right. So, like I said, we're going to make a Deco mesh wreath. It's been a long time. I've got a little store or I'm renting a booth down in a store down in Florence, which is the next town over or so. And I put a couple of Easter wreaths in there and they sold. So I figure let's ride the wave. So today we're using a Dollar Tree 14.5-inch wreath frame with 18 Chanel stems. This is our sign, He is Risen. You have all have seen this sign. It's very, very popular, so we're just going to use this one. I love the greens and the purples in it. That combination is just stunning. So we're going to use 4. Come on, Pee-wee. Get on through. Hurry up. Come on. Sorry. Passing through. So we are going to use 4 different ribbons, and I've cut all these ribbon tails to 14 inches. And listen, if I haven't done a live in so long, so I almost forget how to do this. But if I don't see your comments, I always go back and rewatch it, and I will answer any questions if I miss it, or if somebody on here knows the answer, go ahead and fire away. Okay, 14 inches tails. I always use a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch. So we're going to put these 2 colors together. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. And then we're going to go polka dot crazy with this one. And these are canvas. They're just awesome. So that's our ribbons. That's the pretties. Let's see here. Hey, Monica. I know. I'm so glad to be back. Oh, thank you for sharing me. Okay, we're going to use 21-inch mesh, and this is purple. This is just regular. I think I got this at Craft Outlet or somewhere. Then we're going to use this lime green 10-inch mesh, and I cut these pieces at 12 inches. And we're just going to do curls on those. We're going to do poofs, and then we're going to do curls. And then I made up a bow on the, oh, what's it called? The bow maker, Easy Bow Maker. So I made up this bow and it didn't look fancy enough. So I went and I made up another bow. So we might be putting 2 bows on. Woo, go crazy. So that's got a few more different ribbons in it. And then, you know, being Easter, you gotta have lilies. So I got 2 bunches of lilies. Don't know if we'll use them or not. We'll just see what happens. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I love canvas ribbon too. Ugh. Now, Pee-wee, you got to stay over there. And I apologize if he does anything in the background that I'm not aware of. I told him to mind his manners. But if he does anything bad, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's get started. I always like to start with a nice clean edge on my mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut one. It has been a long time since I've done a live. I've been around. We've had some medical things going on, and then with all this COVID, and it's just been crazy. And wreathing kind of took a step to the back, so I'm glad to kind of get back into it again. Now all I'm doing is I'm just gathering up this little end here and tying it into the inside. There are 6 chenille stems on the inner ring and 12 on the outside. So I'm going to push this down through, and I have a chenille stem. I always like to tie mine down. They aren't going to go anywhere, but I just like to secure it so I know it's not. Secure it to there. And snip it off. Okay. Now we're going to do 12-inch poofs all the way around. So, I'm just going to get it and pull it out. And just stick it in there. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope your weather is good where you are. Here, I'm in Jackson, Mississippi. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Tracy from Callie Mae Wreaths. I'm in Jackson, Mississippi. And today, the weather is going to get up to like 71 degrees outside. Crazy. My azaleas in the front yard are blooming. And then come Monday, it's supposed to snow. So that is mixed up weather. Just tie these down a couple times, just 1-2 twists, and then poking them out. Hi Elaine, welcome. Y'all, my room is such a mess. I've picked up another hobby. If you guys follow Callie Mae Wreaths, you'll kind of see I'm starting to make some quilted ornaments. I absolutely love them. They're so fun to make. So I've got quite a bit of fabric and stash and supplies that I'm trying to figure out where to put it all, but it just kind of builds up. I was thinking about selling off all of my Deco mesh supplies because I wasn't using it. I was doing all burlap wreaths. Burlap is my first love. And I thought, you know what? I'll just use it. I just won't replenish it. So I'm kind of having fun. It's almost like a scavenger hunt, grabbing a bin like this one. It's an Easter bin. So it's what's in there we got to use. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 poofs here on the inside. So what we're going to do is for this last one, we're going to go ahead and do the 12-inch. Pull it out and put it in this original zip tie or chenille stem. Tie it and twist it once. Now instead, a lot of people will cut it and secure it. I don't. So I just kind of pull it down, and this is where I tied it off. Skip this one, go straight to this one. And I add an extra inch, so it'll be 13-inch poof on this one. Ooh, kind of nervous. Separate it. There we go. Let's see. Anything going on over here? Okay, we're good. I'm going to try and continue these lives and go live maybe once a week, hopefully. Kind of get things back to a normalcy. So I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't mind liking and sharing for me. That will help. All right. I love this purple. It's just enough sparkle to look nice, but not enough to be like, oh God. Monica, how have you been? I've been following you on Facebook. Kind of creeping on everybody. Just spread them out. So you want about 12 inches. Secure it in here. And I always, if you'll notice, I've got green Chanel stems on here. For the base, I always go an opposite color of what my base is. I don't ever do the same color. And that just helps me find them better. But doing everything monochrome. Don't be like everybody else. Be your own. Do you? Hi, Ian. How are you up there from Allentown? I bet it's cold up there. I'm just kind of getting back in the saddle again. Kind of getting my feet wet. Gonna give it a try. Hey, BJ, where are you from? I love to have new folks. BJ, I've been doing this for 2-3 years now. Actually, probably 3-4 years. But if you go back and look on my page, I've got all my videos from my other wreaths that I've done. So you can go back there and take a look and see there's a little bit of everything in there. Can y'all believe it's almost Easter season already? Crazy. Before you know it, we'll be doing 4th of July and having cookouts. Did y'all see that? This whole roll of mesh was in 2 pieces. Look at that. Well, that was crap. I got that at Hobby Lobby. I didn't appreciate that at all. Okay. And that's not enough. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to tie this off. So take another zip tie. That's just awful. So let me cut it. I've never had that happen before. Just like we did before, poke the end through. And zip tie. Last couple days I made a few tulip wreaths. So I see Pee-wee found one of the escape petals and he's playing with that. Keep him entertained. Okay, so we'll just start again just like we are. Just pick up like we did before. You need to move, bud. Pee-wee. Pee-wee, get down. Get down. Expect the unexpected. All I'm doing is just tying this right back in. Poking the end through. Come on down there. Okay, and I'll cut that off in a minute. Houston, Texas. Awesome. All right, here we go. We'll continue on. 12-inch poofs. Once we get this done, then we can get to the fun part. I usually, when I come on my lives, I have the base already done. But since it's been a while, and plus we have some new folks. To show you how I do it. Everybody does it kind of a little bit different. I always start on the inside also and transfer to the outside. $34. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine. How cold. Well, I do know, like I said, if it snows on Monday, it's going to be cold. I think they were saying we were going to get down in the 20s, like 21, 22 degrees. And for Mississippi, that's cold. I was born in Wisconsin and lived there for 14 years. So, I mean, that was nothing. I'd play outside all day long. You know, Mama call you in for supper and then you unbundle, but that was a long time ago. And my blood's a lot thinner. I don't know if I can do that anymore. All right, I think. Nope, got 2 more to go. This is filling out pretty nice, actually, for mesh from Hobby Lobby. I didn't realize that when I pulled it. But it's pretty thick. I don't use 21-inch mesh so much anymore. Usually, I'll get 2 rolls of 10-inch mesh and do the woodland ruffle. That's my favorite. And it gives it a nice full look. Okay, last poof. Get all this unstuck. Mesh wants to stick on itself. Oh. All right, there we go. Let's cut this off. And get this out of the way. And we need another zip tie. Oh, Kentucky. Yeah, see, I think it's that same storm that's coming through, Monica, that's going to hit you guys, that's going to hit us. All right, let's see here. like to keep the backs of my wreaths nice and neat. I don't cover them. Some folks do. I do not. But I want to make sure that if somebody sees it, it doesn't look like a hot mess. So it's pretty neat. Pretty clean. And here is our base. It's pretty. I like that purple. Now see, when I hold it up, you can see right through it. Once we get all the extras on here, you won't be able to see through it. So, here we go with the curls. I'm going to do curls. These were cut again at 12 inches. It's 10-inch mesh. And we're just going to curl them up into a tube. Kind of pinch in the middle so it forms like a cannoli. And we're just going to stick it right down in each one. And I've cut 18 of these. This purple and green together is so pretty. That's a beautiful combination. And I try and put it so that the seam side is down so it doesn't, you know, come flopping up. Mesh will ravel. The more you touch it, the more it will want to unravel. So if you can keep it down, that'll help. But it's just part of using Deco mesh. It's going to ravel. I guess Pee-wee's just going to sit right there the whole time. It's funny. He hadn't been in here all day long with me. And now when I go live, all of a sudden he's got to be in here. Well, I'm really hoping to have a good craft season, you know, with craft shows and whatnot. I've already got a couple scheduled for the spring, but, you know, you just never know with all this COVID stuff. I actually went and got my first COVID shot last week. So now I have to wait 3 weeks. And then I go back on the 1st of March and get my second shot. And I had to get that because I've got some medical things going on. And the doctor felt like she wanted me to have it. So I went ahead and got it. And I felt pretty good. Didn't have any problems with it, knock wood. You just never know these days. Alright, we're continuing around. Gosh, I just love this color. I hope the color is coming across as vivid as it is right here. This is so pretty. Hey, Amy. Oh, thanks, BJ. That's Pee-wee. He was one of 3 cats. I used to have Jack Russells, and one of my Jacks, and this was years ago, because these guys are almost 10 years old now, but years ago, my Jack Russell, he was 17 years old, and he passed away. And I was sitting out on the deck of our house, just bawling my eyes out. I was just having a low day, bawling my eyes out because my beloved dog had crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And lo and behold, when I woke up, opened up my eyes, I see 5 kittens sitting right there looking at me like, what is she doing? I was just boo-hooing. So here I am. I've got 5 kittens looking at me. And as soon as I open up my eyes and look at them, they take off running back up under the deck. So now, I've got a new purpose. I've always been a pussycat lady. So now, it's on. So I go digging up under there and I find them. And it's a good thing I did because their little mama, who, she was not a very good little mama, she would take off and leave them all day long. It wouldn't come back at night. And then she was leaving. Look, he's watching. So anyway, to make a long story short, I got all 5 kittens, taught them how to drink water, got them to eat solid foods eventually. I mean, this is a week's process. We decided we were going to keep Callie Mae. I don't know where she's at. And her and a Bogey. And we were going to give Pee-wee, we gave the other 2 away. They were farm cats. And we were going to give Pee-wee away. And we gave him away 3 times. And 3 times he came back. It just wouldn't work out for him. So we ended up keeping him. And now he's my best little bud. I had my injections in my left arm, up in my left arm. And I didn't have really any symptoms. I mean, I took Advil for it, and my arm the next day was a little bit sore. And the second day, it was a little bit more sore, only when I did this. But other than that, I didn't have any problems, no complications, no fever, no nothing. Now, I don't know if that's because I did take the Advil. Hi, Janet. Hi, Marina. Welcome. All right, just to kind of recap, we've done 12-inch poofs all the way around in the purple. And now we're putting in some curls that were cut at 12 inches. And I'm keeping these curls kind of tight. You know, you can roll them loose, you can roll them tight. I like them a little bit tighter. And then we're going to put in some pretty ribbons. All right, buddy. Come on, why don't you get down? Pee-wee. Thank you, buddy. All right. 2 more to go. Then we get to do the ribbon. The ribbon's the fun part. All right, last one going in, and then I'll show you what we got. You'll notice that my wreaths aren't big and extravagant. I mean, I've got some pretties on there, But I'm not like some of those designers that you see out there that, man, they put in everything in them and they are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. I just don't have that creativity, I guess. I wish I did, but I kind of like the simpler things. Okay, so there we go. That is nice and pretty. Nice and full. If we hang it on the wall, that's going to be a big one. All right. Now, let's do some ribbon. Starting back in the middle again. These are cut at 14 inches. I just lay them on top of each other. Half them. Open it back up. Scrunch up the middle. And tie it in. Just kind of shape your tails. I'm not going to do anything with the stems yet. I'm going to leave them long in case we do put in some of the lilies. But if not, what I'll do is I come back with a one of my pegs for a bow maker, and I just coil them. There it is. So you just take this and you wrap it around it, and it just looks like an extra embellishment. That's all. So we'll do that later. 2 injections in my lower back that work for 2 days. Oh my gosh, BJ, that doesn't sound very good. I hope they give you some relief soon. Sorry, guys. I haven't talked this much in a long time. How are we doing on time? I try and keep my lives to about an hour because you guys have better things to do and other things to do. Though I'm enjoying your company, I don't want to keep you all day. All right, now we're rolling. He's got glitter on him. Poor little dude. And what you'll see me doing is I'm spreading them out, and I'm doing the purple ribbon as I'm looking at it is always going to go off to the right. So I got the right and then the bottom left, if you'll see. So whether it's the big one or the little one, they're always going to go off in the same direction. Trying to hurry. Oh, now I said it to go that way and that way. And I always dovetail. Some people don't dovetail the ribbons. I do. I just like the look. It's just personal preference. It doesn't matter. quite busy trying to redo my little business that I have. Callie Mae Wreaths, trying to get it redone, trying to go back over and get it set up the right way and hopefully make a good run with it. But it's fun. It's a good hobby. I love to mess around. I love to create. To me, the best part is trying to make something and then have it actually come to fruition. How you imagine it. That's the neat part for me. Have your ideas actually come out. So that's just the inner row. So that's just 3 tails of each. That is pretty. Love it. So now we'll drop down here, go on the outside. Doesn't matter which set you start with. And with these tails, when I put them on the second row, I always want them to kind of come out like they're coming out of the wreath. So that when it's hung up, you'll be able to see them all. Stick them down in there tight, twist them off. And then spread them out. All right. Working on around. We're getting there. Getting on a roll. My husband retired, since some of y'all have seen me. He's retired from the dental field, but a couple days a week he still teaches up at the dental school. Teaches the students, which is kind of nice. Because though he's my best buddy, and we have a blast doing a lot of fun things together, some days you just need one day. 1 or 2 days where you can just kind of do your own thing. But he is a wonderful, wonderful person. And most of his days are spent up at the golf course. We call that adult daycare. So when he's kind of helping me a little bit too much, it's, hey, it's time to go to daycare. And off he goes. And it works out perfect. I'm hoping to get back to doing regular lives again. And Wednesdays look like Wednesday might be a pretty good day to do it. So if you're interested and you might want to follow along and get notifications, what you can do is hit me right here in the forehead. And it should come up three dots. And if you click on those 3 dots, it should say notify me. And you should get a notification that I'm going to go live. And I don't go live a lot. like I said, I'm just getting back started in it again. So I figure once a week is enough for now. And we'll just kind of figure it out as we go. Y'all, this is looking really, really pretty. Loving this. Just these colors are just something. They're just stunning. Now just a little saver tip. As you can see, I'm putting all my ribbons in, and I cut 18. I cut 9 sets of each, so I've got 18 sets. I'm putting them all in now, and then I'll put my sign and my flowers on and the bows. Some people will put all that stuff on first and then put the tails in where they're needed, so you're not covering up your ribbon, which is a great idea. I mean, if you're paying for all this pretty ribbon, you don't want to cover it up. But like I said, I usually don't have a lot of stuff on mine. All right. This canvas ribbon just lays so perfect. All right, last one going in. All right, there we have it. So we've got all our tails in, and it looks so good. Nice and full, nice and fluffy, beautiful. All right, now with our sign, most of these signs are like an MDF board, and a lot of people use those, what are they called? The cable tie mounts on the back. They'll glue them on there. I've had bad experience with that. They stick, and then in about a year or so, they let go. And I had it happen on a wreath that I had on my front door, and all of a sudden one day the wreath just fell out. So what I do now is I take, and you can buy, they're tongue depressors, and I just cut them into pieces, and I stack them, and then I staple my Chanel stem to it. I put about 3 on there. It's the right spacer, so it does not come through the front of your sign, but staples are the way to go for me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and curl these ties down for the middle, because I know I'm going to put my sign on there. So I'm going to curl them down real quick. You can cut them if you'd like. I just always use them as a little extra decoration. Ouch. And they're sharp. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Christy. Hey, Amy, my mom, she's doing well. She's doing pretty good. From what I understand, she went and got her COVID shot the other day, so she's doing well. You know, Mississippi, you sign up online with the health department to get your shot. You go out there on the computer, you find to a website, and you find an appointment, and you sign up for the appointment. Over in Alabama, where she is, they just went, it's first come, first serve. You just go, and you sit there, and you wait. And she waited in line, gosh, it was over 4.5 hours just to get hers. That's insane. But Mississippi's got the National Guard running it, so, you know, like I always said, if Chick-fil-A and the National Guard could run this country, we'd be in good shape. Okay. Now, let's put the sign on. I kind of want to put it on at an angle. Because I want to get the bows on there, so let's do this. Just kind of set it on. And you don't want to pull it down. You want to make sure that the sign just kind of sits on top. Now, let's pull our ribbons out from there. Hey, Donna. Yes. All right, Ann, you like that? Wednesday afternoons? Works for me. We'll just try and come up with some different ideas. I may do some tulip wreaths. I'm waiting for some Unique in the Creek boards to come in. Placed an order the other day. And if you're wanting to do tulip wreaths, man, that's the way to go. So easy. All right, so let's put this one. Kind of wanting, like I said, at an angle, but there we go. It's kind of like fishing. Okay. You're just going to have to manipulate your tails a little bit to kind of get them to lay right. My shirt keeps getting caught on the Deco mesh. All right. So let's put we can either do this one of two ways. We can do the one bow up top with the other down here, or we can do kind of like that and that. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see. We can do it at an angle. One bow down here, and the other one up here. Or we can do both on the same side, which I don't know. I think instead of doing one up and one down, maybe. All right, this is bothering me. Or you think we should do it just straight? And I'm going to cut these tails. Top and bottom. What you think about that? Let me know what you think. I'm wondering. I'm thinking just top and bottom, maybe. Angle? Okay. All right, Amy. Ye who speaks gets what they want. So we'll do it at an angle. So now the tails that I'm fixing to cover up, I'm going to pull and put out to the side. I gotta cut these tails because you don't want to cover up your sign. And this bow recipe that I used was, what was it? It was a 1, 1, 1, 1 and a middle. So that was easy. All single, one on each side. Let's see. How about right in here? We're getting there. Almost. I'm trying to hurry. All right, gang. I'm going to trim these up a bit. I knew I was going to do that. Golly. Well, that looked hacked off. All right. All right, guys. I'll keep messing with this, and like I said, I'll go back and get those cut off. But here's what we've got so far. What you think? And I just staple them on there. You can put a drop of glue on there if you want to for extra, but I've never, knock wood, not had any problems with them coming off. You know, if the staple's going to fail, the whole thing's going to fail. So I don't glue them, but you could. All right, so what do you think? I might put some couple lilies. Let's look. See what that might look like. One or two maybe. Down in here. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate it. Thanks, Diane. Let's see what y'all think about these. Trying to just poke them through without gluing them in there. Woo, busy, busy. And that one's got a bud. Of course, I'll manipulate them around, but what you think? Do you like it with the lilies? Or no? I actually kind of like it with the lilies. Maybe put some ferns in there too? What you think? Alrighty. Well, listen, guys, I've taken up right at an hour of your time. So I sure do appreciate it. I will try and come up with a good project for next week. Maybe something in the burlap realm if I can figure it out. I'm trying to learn a new technique right now and it's just driving me nuts. So if not, we'll do a tulip wreath. So anyway, well, again, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. Like I said, if you feel inclined, please like and share. And let's see if we can't get a party going on in here next time with a lot more people. If you want to see something, leave it in the comments and I'll see if I can figure out how to do it. But again, hopefully we'll see you again next week. We'll try again for next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Follow me on my page. We'll see you later. Thanks for everything. Bye, y'all.